Yeah. Move closer. You look tiny when you're way back there. I'm all like,
I got my booster seat.
Yeah. All right. Hi. Welcome to the Codependent Knitters podcast. This is my friend Lisa.
This is my friend Dawn.
And we are the Codependent Knitters. And we live in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And we just love to knit.
Yes, we do. We definitely do. To all our new viewers, thank you for joining us. And all of those who have watched in the past, thanks for coming back. It's always appreciated. So you want to jump in and get started?
Yeah, you might have to speak up a bit.
Okay.
Quiet today.
Speaking up a bit.
What do we want to talk about? Kitchener?
That would be a good place to start.
It's a few weeks ago, but we did, just after our last podcast, we went to the Kitchener-Waterloo Knitters Guild fair.
It was amazing.
Fiber Festival, Fleece Festival, whatever it's called.
It's at the
we just call it Kitchener around here.
Yeah. It was at the Kitchener Odd, and it's the first full weekend in September every year.
Yep. Yeah, right after the long weekend. I thought it was really good. It was just comfortable, and it was a good day. And, you know, the climate was good. The lighting was good.
Lighting's okay. I
mean, it's an arena.
I like the fact that I don't need to anymore, but my daughter, I used to take her to the knitting shows because I didn't have a choice. And there was never any room for strollers. Mm-hmm. So I really like that, that, you know, when they have the pads, you can actually bring a stroller.
And they have more seating for people to just, you know, sit and have a cup of coffee and rest for a bit if you need to, and knit if you want to. And we were talking to Terry of Feather Your Nest. She was there, and she asked us, what was your favorite booth? And I don't know if we agreed on, for me it was Leo and Roxy's booth.
Definitely agreed on that one.
They had like a triple size booth with a sitting area and
pixie sticks.
Pixie sticks.
I have never had a pixie stick until that day.
That's crazy that you've never had a pixie stick.
Well, they were all
If you don't know what a pixie stick is, it's like a straw, like a paper straw tube filled with sugar.
Yeah.
Flavored colored sugar. It's like Kool-Aid powder.
Yeah, it was first time I ever tried one of those.
Yeah.
I like the sitting area with the table with their logo.
But they had water, so you could have a quick glass of water and a pixie stick to get a little sugar boost to keep you going.
Yeah, next time I think I might try mixing them.
Yeah. Sugar water. And they had a display of soak, so they brought some soak product into their booth, and they have some of their own merchandise. And then they have their yarn. So it was just well thought out, well laid out, and something different, and good for them for being creative and coming up with something new. Like just something you don't see at every show, in every booth. You got a pin?
I did. I got a pin for my bag.
Should we talk about what we got there? Oh, so for you it was the same? It was Leo and Roxy?
It was definitely Leo and Roxy. They did it was more the creativity behind it, and it was a totally different concept. Yeah. And it was one of those things where it's like,
for the shows we see here.
Yes, for the shows that we see here. And it was nice.
Terry said that you see those kinds of things at the bigger shows like Vogue Knitting Live, and but for us here in the shows we go to in Southern Ontario, that's the first booth I've ever seen done like that, and I thought it was really nice. And they were hopping, and I hope they had a good sale. I think they had a good sale, and they're just wonderful ladies, and we've fallen in love with their yarn too. So what did you get from Leo and Roxy?
It's a little
You
Please
will not believe this.
Don't be shocked. I'm really sorry for anybody that might be just so shocked they have to turn the TV off for a few minutes.
Are you sitting down?
Yes, are you sitting down? Put down the dishes. Okay, ready?
The color is exact.
Totally exact.
You have to turn it and get the blues.
Yeah.
Look at that turquoise and purple. This is exact. Like it is bright and fun. Okay.
So the name is really funny. It really kind of made me laugh. Just because it's the total opposite. And it's called Stephen West.
I love it. It's totally appropriate.
And it's so him, right?
But you know what? It's not Lisa MC.
No.
They should make a gray and name it Lisa MC for you, because it would be your perfect gray.
No, that'd be awesome. I just love it.
It's that was so cool. I can't believe you picked this. I was looking at this one too, because how could you not? It was up on a shelf and it just...
Let's undress it.
Okay.
I know you've been dying to.
It's pretty wild.
So there you go.
That's neat.
Oh, I'm stuck. Here we go. Look at that.
I love it.
So there's all the colors.
What are you gonna make with it?
You know what? I don't know. I think I don't know. I just wanted to take it home.
Right there.
Yeah. So. It's
You
pretty
make
cool.
Socks, hat.
So I made socks. I can make a hunting hat, but I don't hunt.
Yeah, that will be that would be a PETA friendly hunting hat because this will scare the animals away. Oh, speaking of Leo and Roxy, I'm drinking out of their mug again. They have these
in
at
the dishwasher.
You put this in the dishwasher? I know.
You're not supposed to?
I don't know. I think you can, but I don't.
I don't heat dry my dishwasher.
My husband puts them in there, and I like panic when I go to get a mug out of the cupboard and it's not in there.
I am so texting Deerfield Pottery to find out.
Mine doesn't
so
have
I
it.
don't get in trouble.
It should be fine because it's fired in a kiln
That's what I thought.
would melt glass, right? So it should be fine. I just worry, like they're precious. my handmade pottery mugs, I don't put in the dishwasher, but people in my house do.
I haven't had a problem with mine yet, but now I'm gonna go and email her. So what else did I? Oh, I got this. It was really kind of.
Oh yeah.
We went to. I was wandering around, and I always love little Notion pouches because I have so many knitting bags. It's kind of nice to divide your Notion pouches. So I got this little guy.
I love it. It's like felt.
Yeah, so
it's not like felt. It is felt.
It's felted and it's pretty sturdy and it bounces back. So yeah.
And look at the other side.
Yes, those are all my things from
pins.
Scotland and stuff.
Oh, you did. I was gonna say you have to put your Leo in.
It's on there.
Are you a magician? How did you do that so quickly?
It was right here. Ta-da!
Yeah, but didn't you just show the pin?
I did.
You took it off?
I took it off.
Oh, you're fast.
Lickety split.
Ninja.
Yeah, so when you're in Scotland, actually, this one, like all the animal ones, not the unicorn, but the puffin.
Not the unicorn.
That one, the puffin, the bee, and the ladybird. They call them ladybirds, but it's ladybug here. They actually have them, you can put money in to raise funds for the wildlife.
Oh.
And you get to take the pins. So this was something that Girl Child loved. We were all over the place looking for specific pins. So we got the Highland cow, the puffin, the bee, and a ladybird all mine. And she has way more than that.
That's neat.
But yeah, it was kind of a nice thing. And she had fun looking for them. So
cool.
yeah, so I got that at the same place you got.
So we got these at Sticks and Pins.
Sticks and Pins. And it was
Carmela.
Carmela? Is it Carmela?
Carmela.
Carmela, yes.
I wasn't looking for bags, but she had a clearance bin, and I looked through them, and I got two bags.
Pretty gosh darn
2 for $20.
Cute.
So yeah, so this one, here, it's got sheep. It's a
Very
drawstring
cute.
bag.
I like the way what she used for the drawstring bag.
It's
That's
like
a bit
oak
different.
leaf linings. The cord.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
So I got a little drawstring bag, and then I liked this one, knit bit, and it's got a really bright sheepy. There's all kinds of sheep inside, black and white on red. So it's really cute. So I picked up those for me, and you got that.
And I got this.
While we were there, we decided to take advantage of the clearance bin and pick up some bags for prizes.
Yes.
So
that one's my choice. Surprise.
It's just got, I'm not going to read it all. It's got all kinds of little writing, and there's a deer, an owl. It's a good size. That's a good sock size, or mitts, or hat. And this is really cute. These bicycles, all these bike wheels and
birds.
Cute. And then we got a drawstring with the knit mittens. And I think it's the same. Yeah, the pink polka dot lining. So while we were there, you were talking to her.
I was talking to her, and we introduced ourselves, and she actually decided to donate a prize. So it's beautiful. It's we're always grateful, and we're always a little surprised when people do that. I find I am, but and we do really appreciate it. So
I untied it, but this was tied up. Okay.
Yeah. So when you untie it, it's
look. These are sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. There's little sheep on the ribbon. I didn't even notice that. I thought there were flowers.
So inside is. I like the way hold on a second. I like the way some of them are wearing bow ties. But you go like this.
I like that this folds down too. It's a needle keeper. A needle organizer. So there's different
so it's really beautiful.
pockets.
And it's more like a canvas outside.
It's a heavier fabric.
It's really pretty.
I love it. And I love this inside fabric too. And then this folds down so things can't fall at the end. and it just folds over and ties.
Yay.
So thank you so much, Carmela. She has an Etsy shop, Sticks and Pins. There's her card, so we'll let you have a look at that. So go check out her Etsy shop. And I didn't ask her if she was going to be at Woodstock, and I haven't looked at the Woodstock vendor list yet. So hopefully we see her there again.
I was pretty quick at
Very
finding
nice.
that, wasn't
How
I?
did you do that? So we decided that this is going to be one of the prizes for our Caitlin Hunter knit along. So that is going on right now, and you can enter on our Ravelry page, and it's anything Caitlin Hunter.
When is that going on until?
End of November.
End of November.
So you have time to do a sweater because her sweaters are hot, hot, hot right now.
There's
There's a lot of them to choose from. All the beautiful colorwork sweaters. So this will be one of the prizes for that.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was really nice. Thanks again, Carmela. That's awesome. And what else? And that was it for you?
Well, I picked these up on our way back.
After, when we dropped Adrian off, we went
dropped
in and
Adrian off. I grabbed Ren and
some minis.
Minnie.
I got some sock yarn from her too, but I don't have it with me. I've got some socks on the go.
Okay. That's about it for me. I didn't really spend a lot.
Well, I wasn't planning to, but I was on a
quest.
expedition to sort of look at options for a sweater quantity of yarn. So I wasn't intending to buy any. I just thought if I see some that would work, I wanted to feel it, because you know me. I wanted to feel it and, see colors.
Show them what you got.
And
I'm just saying, show that first.
well, yeah, I will.
Okay.
So the sweater I'm looking at is the easy one. The easy one, Bulky by Hoagie. And I picked up Brooklyn Tweed Quarry. I got this at Knit Cafe. So it's a yarn shop from the Toronto area that we're there. It's a bulky, it should work. I think other people have knit the sweater out of this. Actually, this might be what Jody on the Grocery Girls used. I can't remember, and I want to go back and watch that episode again because her sweater was really nice. So I just went for it, and I bought like 9 of these. I know. I bought a little extra than the yardage required for my size.
Have to.
Well, also, I like my sweaters a little long, so I thought
I always figure you should buy 10% more. 10
Yeah,
to 15%
just in case,
more,
right?
because you don't know. Like
Right.
even things like,
I mean, I have short arms, but
Yeah.
I wanted to cover my tush, so.
well, I always try and keep a little bit, like when I make a sweater, I try and keep a little bit of the ball
In case.
somewhere, because I've actually had it rip, where I've ripped it, and there was nothing I could do, and I actually ended up doing a, what do you call it, grafting it.
Yeah, doing a
And
repair. Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have that extra,
Yeah.
then I would have been.
So I bought, I think I only needed 7, I can't remember, but I bought extra.
Always safe than sorry.
Yeah, just in case.
Always.
They don't, oh, this one does have a dye lot. Actually, I think I ended up getting 2 different dye lots because they had almost enough in one, but like I held them in different light and they look identical, so.
You can just fade it in.
Yeah, or I'll do the sleeves in one of the dye lots and the rest in the other, just in case.
Just don't sit like this.
Okay, because I do that all the time. So this was my big purchase, and then I was like, and I did that? No, I didn't do it early on. I
did not do
I
that
went
early
back.
on,
I waited. Yes, because
Adrian
I
and
saw.
I were sitting there. I left to go to the somewhere, and I come back,
Yeah.
and there's a big pile. I looked at Adrian. I'm like, Adrian, she says, not me.
You know why? Because I wanted to look at other options, and I did find a yarn that I liked that would have been a lower price point. And it was in great big skeins. You know how the Blue Moon fiber arts comes in those great, it's kind of like that. I can't remember what brand it was. It was at Shall We Knit?
Oh, okay.
But I didn't love the colorways that she had in stock. And like I said, I want to see when I'm going to spend that much money and spend that much time knitting, I want to actually see the color because colors can look different online.
I also find I love in so many ways the big skeins.
Oh, you don't have to
so many ways. In
change.
some ways, I don't, because if you need a skein and a half,
that was
it's one of those
I needed
things,
3.
right? Yeah,
I needed more than 2.
but less than.
And they
3.
only came. She only gets them in 2s.
No,
They ship.
okay.
I believe they ship her colors in 2 of each. And again, I wanted 2 would have been exactly enough, but I wanted a little extra in case I needed to make it longer.
See, in
whatever.
a situation like that, I would go with a smaller quantity because I would hate to spend
Well, I would use it for something. I could make a shawl, I could make a hat, I could make mitts. So I could have used the rest of the yarn as well. But so then I went back later and got this. So that was my big deal.
In that booth, I love the sweater that the girl was wearing. It was gray and black. Surprise! But it was Birkin by Caitlin Hunter.
And you recognized it immediately.
I did. I recognized it.
So that's an older pattern.
It is an older pattern. It's from Lane 2. Or how do you say that? Lane magazine. Depends.
Apparently it's not French for wool.
Yeah.
It's another something.
It's another language for wool. The wool magazine. Yeah. So anyways, it's actually
But you can buy it separately now.
You can buy it separately now. But it's the one that Caitlin Hunter did looked like, can you see it? Is it too bright? Hold on.
Might be.
So that's the good one that Caitlin Hunter did. I'll move it up.
For the magazine?
For the magazine. That's the one she did for the magazine.
That's nice.
And it's beautiful and it's gorgeous, but it's a little colorful for the likes of me. So she did it with just black. Mm-hmm. So all the color work was all done in that one.
That was
color.
really nice.
And it was really pretty. So I did look at them on Ravelry, the different projects, and someone actually did it in a dark gray with white.
That would be nice.
It was really pretty with the high contrast.
Are you gonna knit it?
I don't know. I have to knit another.
For our knit along?
I have to knit the other one first.
Okay.
So yeah, but it was really pretty. I was quite.
Yeah. The black and gray was really nice.
I felt like I was stalking the poor lady. She was lovely though. Very nice. But you know what? When you go there, you have to expect that if you.
Oh yeah. Well, they're wearing samples to promote the patterns and the yarn, so of course.
So
that reminds me another thing that when Terry asked us about the show and what we like about the shows like that, I really like that there's a mix of the independent makers and dyers and the stores. So what were there? I don't know, 5, 6 yarn shop booths at least.
At least there was a lot more.
Yeah, but I like that because they bring a variety of things. Like Brooklyn Tweed, the company, isn't going to come to the Kitchener, right? So they bring a variety of those types of yarns that you can only see if you go to a yarn shop.
I think that it's also good because they bring what their specialty is. Mm-hmm. Julia at Ancaster had those beautiful fade kits, and she does a lot of kits when she goes to those shows.
She has a lot of samples in her booth.
She has tons of samples, as does many of the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice because you can actually see what's available at the store.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a smaller show, it's not like...
They don't bring everything.
They don't bring everything. But the thing is, I can go to the store. I have a rough idea of what sorts of things that she carries.
And they bring what's relevant and current and popular right now and what's new.
Those fade kits were beautiful.
They were. All the ladies working that booth. This is Needle Emporium. All the ladies working that booth had a fade sweater.
Yeah.
Different colors.
Different colors. Really nice. And it was very monochromatic. They were really pretty. Yeah. So it was nice.
Yeah.
And you know what else is funny is there's one, I forget what store it is, but it's up in North Bay, I believe. But they all wear little fascinators. Everybody that's working the booth wears fascinators. And I think it's Shall We Knits. They all wear aprons, black aprons.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know if they did it this year, but they've done it for years.
I think they were wearing aprons.
Yeah.
Well, then you can identify who's working at the booth.
And Julie they all wear the same.
Yeah. And again, these yarn stores bring lots of samples and usually kits for the samples that they have there, or at least, a selection of yarns to choose from. I also I went back to Shirley Bryan because I love her booth and I love her yarns. So this is Isla Sorna.
Is that the booth we were jumping in front of?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love this.
It's
beautiful. Okay, so I was thinking about the film noir that I used in my Aura shawl. It's a lot more subtle, but it's like a cream base and there's flecks of a rosy pink and black.
I was just thinking the same thing when
this is just on a bigger scale. I know. I'm just drawn to these colors right now.
You are.
Yeah. So I picked this up. It's worsted weight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It could be
a shuffle.
An Agent 99
cowl. Oh, there you go. That would be a pretty one too.
It'd also be a really pretty hat.
Mm-hmm. Do you wear hats though?
No, but Olive and Jack hat in this would be gorgeous. Nice. So I just. You know what was funny is when I walked into her booth, I was immediately drawn right to a yarn, and it's the one I bought last time. The South 5 Feels Fine or whatever it was. And I looked at the name and I'm like, yeah, I guess I love it. Then at the All Strung Out booth
Guelph.
In Guelph, Timber Yarns had a big display, and she does a whole bunch of self-striping. This is O Canada, so it's the Hudson's Bay blanket colors, right? And then she has another one, I forget what it was called, Canada A?
And it was navy.
It was on
Hudson
navy.
Bay with
Yeah,
navy.
Hudson Bay colors on a navy base. So this is on the cream. These, I'm excited. I want to cast these on soon. I have to finish some other socks, but I want to cast these on.
I keep telling Hubbykins that if he's bi Guelph, he needs to go in there. Let me know and I'll call ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Someone else, Dale, our friend Dale was there. We didn't even see her. No. She bought the same ones.
No.
And then I bought a yarn bowl.
Yay.
And it's perfect because it's just it perfectly
like
holds
size.
one skein, right? Or you can tip it if you're center pulling. Mm-hmm. It's just perfect. Yeah. And this is made by Patterns and Pots Pottery. Look at the design on there. I love that.
She had some cute ones
like this.
Yeah.
So Patterns and Pots Pottery, who is, I have her card. I don't believe she has a website, but she is on Instagram. And she has an email address, and she is on Facebook. So Patterns and Pots Pottery.
She put a casualty that night on Instagram.
Oh, really?
When they were unpacking. Oh, this was like when they were unpacking. She says, "Oh, only one casualty."
Oh. So, yeah. She's a sister-in-law to Louise, who is Wildflower Wool on Fiber Friends podcast. So, and she also does like coffee mugs and all kinds of things. Right? She has beautiful pottery. And I love handmade pottery, so hey. That is all. Oh no, that's not all. I did get, actually it all strung out. Knit Pro Zings.
Do you like them?
I'm just to see why there's only 2 gone. Mm-hmm. I'm in the process of transferring them to the socks I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm doing the heel. So at first I in the package I wasn't sure because I have bought the carbons.
Yep. And
where the tip and the shaft connect. It's not like a join, it's what else am I gonna say? Point and the stick. Speak normally and no one will think anything of it. Shit. Okay. Pause. I'm not gonna say those. I'm not saying the same thing again.
Okay, it'll probably be fine.
Okay. Where the point I'm just gonna keep going. Compose yourself. Where the point of the needle and the stick part connect. There's no join. You can't feel. There's no bump. There's no bump. It's very smooth. I don't know any other vocabulary that'll work. The yarn does not snag as I'm knitting with it. How's that?
Beautiful.
It did not snag on the carbons, but I could feel it as it moved over the needle. So anyways, I'm in the process of putting these on my sock and I'm going to knit with them. And I think I'm going to like them, although I do still love my my cubics.
Okay.
I like the square ones.
Okay.
We've composed ourselves.
We're all good now.
I'm trying to think in terms of we didn't buy anything else.
No.
We did see some people that we know from Knit Stitch, Knit Night. Some of the ladies from Knit Night were there.
That was great.
There were other people that were there that we just didn't even connect with, didn't see.
I know. I saw some of the Sarnia people. They were there.
Yeah.
That we didn't go with.
Yeah. We ran into Donna and Lisa, our friends from Sarnia.
I saw a friend from eons ago.
Yeah.
Missy.
Oh yeah.
She does guide dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And her sister Paula had a booth. Orange octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we saw Richard DeVries.
Yes, he's pretty funny. Yeah. He's a good guy. We had a long conversation.
Yeah. He was there, and I forget the name of the booth he was at. Do you remember?
I think it was Spun Fibers.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
But he was there with they had a whole bunch of his yarn.
Mm-hmm.
They had some of the cocktail kits
They were cool.
Those are neat. Yeah. The shawl and the colors are themed after different cocktails. Like
Yep.
there's a martini one and a margarita one and others.
They were beautiful. They were really nice.
That was fun. He is so interesting and so wonderful. It was just really nice to meet him and talk to him.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah. And
who else did we see? Saw some podcasters. That was nice.
Oh, speaking of podcasters,
okay.
The next show we're going to, this is a good segue, is in Woodstock. So it's the 10th annual Woodstock Fleece Festival.
Wow, 10,
I know. And it's also known as Woolstock in this neck of the woods. We just refer to things by where they are. The Kitchener show, the Woodstock show, but anyone around here knows. So it's the Woodstock Fleece Festival. They will have over 85 vendors. And this one is a true fiber festival.
They have a lot of things. They have a lot of farms that come in.
Yeah, they have livestock there.
They have the cutest little Angora bunnies. I think we've talked about them before last
year.
Time. They also have rug hooking. They have cross stitching. They have tons of different things.
They've got a lot of fiber,
even the crewel,
for felting, for spinning,
like the needlepoint crewel and embroidery. Like they're just
Whereas Kitchener is a lot more of a knitting
crochet
guild.
Guild. I think you're only allowed a certain percentage to be anything other than knitting.
Yeah. So this is a true fiber festival with animals and everything. They do have great food choices here if you go.
Usually,
more than one. Yeah. There's usually a lot of variety. And there's also a farmer's market all morning next door.
That's good. Good fudge.
Yeah.
Fudge was over there.
They have workshops and demos. I did take a look at the list, and there was
a couple of interesting ones there, but
there were one or two, and I don't remember what they were now.
The rug hooking one was quite interesting, where you made the sunflower.
Yeah,
that was kind of interesting.
And the one or two that I would have been interested in were already booked up. I think.
Yeah,
at the
there's
time
a couple that were already sold out. I would. I took a rug hooking course.
Did you?
Yeah, like the traditional rug hooking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Neat. And they're adding another barn this year, we've heard. So the workshops will be in a separate barn.
That'll be nice though.
Yeah. If you
wear a sweater because the barns aren't heated.
Right. So if it's a cool day, for sure. Yeah. Dress in layers. I'm hoping it's a cool day so I can wear knitting. Finished objects.
I don't have a lot.
You have some.
I have two. Well, I have two. Well, kind of more than two, but two. I went to the movies yesterday.
What movie did you go to?
We went to see Christopher Robin's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 2 dishcloths. Movie knitting.
Knitting?
I still have to tuck the ends in.
That's pretty good.
2
I would get one. I wouldn't get 2 done.
I think that one was half done.
Okay.
So yeah. So movie knitting. And I have these. Can I show these, or do you want to show something?
No. You
show them. So these, I made these because I like the yarn. It's kind of surprising for me. Anyways, they're called Vanilla Flip, and they're by what is it?
Nina Talika.
Nina.
I hope that's how you say it, Nina. And I think she's giving me a crown.
So basically, you fold them down.
I'll leave mine up.
You can fold them down like.
These are really comfortable.
They are.
Hello.
So yeah. So with I knit these a lot of rib.
So what yarn is this?
This is Life in the Long Grass.
It's really nice.
Shade.
That's the color shade.
You
used your Chalgoo.
My new Chalgoo.
2.5 for these.
This is the remember I bought these because I wanted to try the interchangeables.
Yeah.
To dye for. I love this. These
are really comfortable.
I know, right?
And I like all this ribbing at the top keeps it snug on your hand, so it's not all open and sloppy.
Look at the size difference in those.
Yeah, the top one is a standard Chalgoo cord, which we love. Yeah, and this is the minis,
which is amazing. Yeah. So that's what I did these.
It's even more flexible.
Now, funny story is I showed Girl Child. Girl Child says, "Oh, those are ugly," and now they're done.
She wants them.
Girl
Child needs to knit some.
I know, right?
That's what I said.
So yeah, those are really cute. But you know what? We were talking about it. They're very dense.
Yeah, I think this is a higher twist sock yarn.
Mm-hmm. It's nice though. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, so that's it. That's me.
That's your faux.
Yeah, that's my faux.
I did another Agent 99 cowl.
Yeah.
There. I want to show the color. In DK, because I wanted to just do a test in DK weight.
Oh, can you see that pink?
Oh my, that's it. That is perfect.
Not moving.
Amazing. Stay there for the rest of the podcast. That is amazing color representation. That is exactly how it looks. This is Hedgehog Merino DK, and the colorway is Pheasant. And I did it exactly per pattern, so I didn't modify the stitch count. I went down a bit in needle size. I did it on 3.5. So it's a little closer around the neck, but not tight, right? And I could have blocked it more. So I could always just reblock it if I need more. But I like that it's not hanging down, because it does just nicely cover your neck. That's really nice on you. Thank you. So I did it the full 5 sections. I am a looser knitter, so a 3.5 for me. I was on gauge, like I was fine. Yeah, so if you were to try it in DK, just be cautious about your yardage, and as you get towards the end, if it looks like you're getting low, just weigh before and after a row and see how much you're using on a row, and then calculate if you have enough. So yeah, my DK version. I know, I love it. And I got this yarn at Feather Your Nest here in Sarnia. She has a lovely assortment of hedgehog. And then hats. So this is the big news portion of
No.
What?
Why are you talk about that?
Well, that's not technically an FO.
Why not?
Okay, well, because I haven't put the fringe on.
Okay, well then
I'll talk about this.
Don't show it until you do the fringe then, because I think the fringe will change.
I'll show it
entirely.
quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show this quickly. It could be an FO. When we were at Kitchener,
Yes, we were at Kitchener.
Becky in Shirley Bryan Yarns, she was wearing one she hadn't put the fringe on yet. She had just finished it, and it actually looked really nice. And
it's beautiful.
This looks
It's
really
gorgeous.
nice without the fringe. So this is
I wanna
Aura,
see.
OHRA.
I think it's kind of nice that we're showing it now, because then you can see it without.
I'm putting some behind so the light doesn't go through, so you can see the colors. Okay, so top color is Madeline Tosh paper, I believe. I can't find the tags for these. Madeline Tosh paper, and that is also what is along the bottom section. Okay. The center section, which is...
Hold on. 1 second. That's a solid then. Like, is it more...
Yep.
Okay.
So it's fairly solid. It doesn't look like a semi-solid. Yeah, but it's pretty consistent.
Solid. Okay.
Yeah. Like I've used a Manos color similar to this that looked stained in parts because it wasn't...
Okay.
Yeah, so it is quite... Yeah. The center is Hedgehog Merino Skinny Singles in Film Noir.
Her favorite.
I love it. I've been wanting to knit with this. Look at that. It just shows it off. And then you use 2 mini skeins. So these are... Yeah. Madeline Tosh Unicorn Tails. The lighter one is called Antique Lace and one is called... I forget because I can't find the tags. But I mentioned it in the previous podcast. I'm not calling this an FO yet because it is supposed to have fringe. So
I just think it's a good idea to show it without and then show it with.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing about the fringe is you could always take it off if you did. Yeah. If you put it on and didn't like it. So it's supposed to look like this with fringe under these 2 sections. Okay. That's a lot of fringe.
I think it'll look nice.
It's going to take a while. I just blocked this yesterday. So I do want to put the fringe on because that's what
attracted
That's why I liked it. Yeah. But it looks beautiful without. But I kind of feel like it's so light and drapey and delicate. Like, is all that fringe going to be too heavy? No. I don't know. You don't think?
No.
One way to find out. I'll put the fringe on and see. But that's going to be like hours of cutting and tying.
It'll be fine. It'll be good.
So I have to finish it. It's not technically an FO. Although it can be.
I've been trying to figure out what that noise is.
My cat is snoring.
At first I thought there was people out front talking.
So Aura by Caitlin Hunter. Join our Caitlin Hunter Knit Along. And also Knits and Pieces podcast.
Yes, we're doing it together.
Yeah, Noelle and Jacqueline are also doing we're doing it together. So you can enter in both.
I wonder what Zoe's knitting.
I don't know, but I bet she'll be wearing something.
She'll be wearing something.
Alright. That's the only finished.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go on to the hats?
The hats? Okay, so I have shown this hat before quite a while ago when I finished it in this.
One of my favorite colors.
This is hard to see because it's so dark. Do you want to hold that up? So this is my new pattern. It's called the Not Too Fancy Hat. Thank you, that looks great. It is a very easy, simple watch cap, skull cap style hat. So it's great for men. Pom-poms usually don't suit these tight skull cap type hats, although you could make it a little longer and put a pom-pom on if you want. It is knit in chunky weight. I have done a test in 3 different yarns. This is Madeline Tosh, Chunky Merino. What?
No, did I poke
you? That's Madeline Tosh. This one is Diamond Luxury Tradition Chunky.
Can you see the...
Yeah. So it is an acrylic wool blend. This one I did on a 5.5 millimeter needle because it was a bit heavier.
It fits nice though.
It fits nice. It's just, it looks looser, like, you know, the fabric is a little different. And then I did another knit, and I did this one, which is the ARoy Chunky Merino Superwash. And I did this one on a 5 millimeter needle, and I think that it looks perfect. So again, it's an easy pattern, like 1 or 2 evenings and you'll be done. It's a good introduction to cables because there is just 1 cable row, 1 twist. And I'm going to give you 2 options for the ribbing because I kind of did some interesting stuff with the ribbing here. And if you don't like it, you can just change it up.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the color choice?
Yes.
That last color choice.
Well, I did this one in blue because of the Hat Not Hate anti-bullying campaign. So Lion Brand Yarns and Brooklyn Boy Knits, who is Louis Boria, he's a knitter in Brooklyn that became really well known after someone shared a picture of him knitting on the subway on social media. And he's a knitter, a great knitter, and they have partnered up to launch this campaign, and it's an anti-bullying campaign, and it's wearing blue hats. They are striving to fit a whole school, and I'm sorry I don't know the school, you can look this up online. They're gonna outfit a whole school with blue hats. So people have been knitting blue hats and sending them into them. On October 1st, it's gonna be their day, but the whole month of October is to, you know, run the campaign and wear blue hats. So knit, crochet, buy, whatever, but wear a blue hat to show your support for anti-bullying. So it looks really good in the blue, doesn't it?
It does.
So in honor of my pattern release and also this fabulous campaign, we are going to hold a knit along. My pattern will be released probably September, somewhere, well, end of September. I'll post it on Instagram, and maybe I'll do another quick little video when we launch it. But I'm going to be releasing my pattern. It's going to testing now. And again, I've knit like 3 of them, so pattern's pretty much finalized. She's going to knit one. And you need a skein of chunky weight yarn, and I got gauge on a 5 millimeter needle. And how the knit along will work, we're going to run it for the month of October. You get an entry, it's a hat knit along, so you get an entry for any hat.
Good.
Okay. You get a second entry if you knit my pattern.
Okay.
Okay, post it twice. You get another entry if you knit it in blue.
So if I knit this,
if you knit my hat in blue, you get 3 entries.
Okay.
If you knit any hat, you get 1 entry. If you knit any other hat in blue, you get 2 entries. Does that kind of make sense?
That's not fair. I can't go.
So and like blue, like we want, you know, not like white with a few blue flecks. Like blue. It needs to be noticeably a blue hat. Okay.
Not a solid blue, but it has to be mostly blue.
Yeah, majority blue. So that if you were looking across the street, you'd think it was a blue hat. That blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so
no, this isn't fair because you haven't shown me yet.
Okay. I had knit a couple of blue hats that we showed in the last podcast, which I put on Instagram. And our friend Barry, who is the dyer behind Knitting Wolf Luxury Yarns, he has dyed a custom colorway for this campaign. I'm shaking the table. I'm so excited. Bang, bang, bang. He has dyed a custom colorway for this campaign.
Okay, I have to tell you, I got a phone call.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Instagram?
No, I texted her first.
Yeah, texted.
I was like, "Are you sitting down?"
Have you seen Instagram? Yes. Are you sitting down? Yes. Call me. Okay. So she calls me, gets me all excited, and I'm dying to see this, and I'm so thankful, and I want to see it so bad. And then she says, "No, you need to wait."
You totally jumped ahead in the story. So Barry of Knitting Wolf Luxury Yarns dyed a custom colorway for Brooklyn Boy Knits for this campaign that's exclusive to that campaign at this time. I don't know if he's going to release it in the future, but right now it's exclusive. He sent some yarn to Louis,
okay,
who knit some hats, which he sold I believe. Anyways, he knit a couple hats, which I think were sold to support this campaign.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, like, this is, first of all, it's amazing just what they're doing. It's amazing for Barry to be recognized. Like, you know, he's an Ontario indie dyer, and he actually grew up in a town right neighbor to Sarnia.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled for him. And when he saw my picture, he was just so happy that we were supporting the cause. He messaged me and said that he wanted to send us a skein of yarn.
Hurry up, I'm dying over here.
I already opened it and looked at it because I couldn't help myself. He sent us a skein of yarn, which we are going to use as a giveaway prize for this knit along. This is the exclusive colorway. This is Lewis Snow Bully Blues.
I love that. That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
His colors are rich.
Beautiful.
I know. Isn't it amazing? Look, it glows. It's amazing.
It is just so gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is his Lewis's No Bully Blues on his Sock It To Me Baby base. And I love his tags.
Gorgeous.
Like,
I do. I love the fact that they're handwritten.
He handwrites a little story. So Lewis's No Bully Blues, a custom colorway for Brooklyn Boy Knits. Hashtag hat not hate. Thank you for your purchase. It's amazing.
Actually, thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank
Thank
Barry.
you, Brooklyn Boy Knits and Line
Is
Brand for doing
gorgeous,
this.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Okay, but that's not all.
I never get mail.
That's not all.
It's great. It's always a surprise to me.
Oh
Oh my
One is
gosh.
for me, one is for you, and one is for the giveaway.
Are you kidding?
I know, I can cry right now. I know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm just.
Okay, now I'm totally blown away.
I know.
I am so blown away.
I know. So we
I'm gonna start
have a
crying
giveaway.
again.
I know, and we each have one, and they're just amazing.
Oh
so
my God,
again,
they
this
are
is
so
exclusive.
Gorgeous.
Yep. So
Oh. I'll race you.
I don't know what to. I'm like, what do I make with this?
I'm making a hat.
Are you?
I'm making a hat.
Are you?
Definitely.
I don't wear hats.
I'm making a
I know
sock
I
head.
should.
I'm already making a sock head.
Yeah.
Because that would so show off.
Fingerless.
This gorgeous,
I could do fingerless
gorgeous,
mitts. and
Gorgeous.
this.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So I'm gonna think about it because I just don't wear hats. They look terrible on me with my big head and short hair, and I just yeah.
I know.
So this
I'm
is our
so making a sock
giveaway
head.
prize.
I wonder if I could get 2 sock heads, one for me and one for girl child.
Yeah, you might if you don't do them too slouchy. But
Thank you so much, Barry.
blown away.
Totally made my day.
So the knit along is going to start October 1st.
I was just excited to see what we got for a giveaway.
I know.
Now I'm just like,
Well, can you, when the package came, like you can tell it was in like a poly bag, right?
no
So I'm like,
screaming at me to call.
there's something else. No, that was when I told you he was sending us one. I didn't tell you when these came.
Oh my gosh.
I kept these as a surprise.
So gorgeous. Thank you, Barry. Thank
Amazing.
you, thank you, thank you. No
Okay, so let me
bully
just
blues.
recap.
Okay, sorry. Bye.
October 1st to October 31st will be the knit along period. Any hat, extra entries if it's a blue hat and if it's my pattern. My pattern will be going up on Ravelry probably within a few days before the knit along starts, and I'll post a quick little video on YouTube just to announce its release. And then just to remind you to that the knit along will be starting. And I'll post it on Instagram as well when the pattern's released. I know, it's amazing. So that is just incredible and so generous of Barry. And we want someone to win this beautiful yarn. So there are so many hats out right now.
I know, right?
If you're doing our Caitlin Hunter knit along and you're knitting a hat, hello, double dip, triple dip, because you get to put one in knits and pieces.
Right.
Cozy Up Knits.
And do it in blue.
Do it in blue. Cozy Up Knits has released a pattern book of
really?
a bunch
Good
of
for
their
them.
chunky, you know, the knits that they did for the
I
market.
saw that. That's awesome.
So there are, I think there's 2 for sure hats in that book, and they're doing a knit along for it. You can double dip in ours. Jody of Grocery Girls has released a couple of colorwork hats.
Yeah. And they have the colorwork mittens too. I noticed
Yeah,
that.
Kristen Molina, Dragon Horde Yarn. She's got a couple of hat patterns out. Oh, and there's a new hat out by Tabby on Hey Sister podcast. And it's really nice. It's got some amazing cables and it's just beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's
There's
got
a lot of new ones.
Yes. So just want to plug those patterns because they're
awesome.
like they're all fairly recent. And it's hot weather season.
It is.
So we hope you'll join that knit along.
We were digging out our hats. It's surprising how many hats we have.
I want to knit all the hats and then I just can't wear them because they don't look good. So it's not fair.
I love hats.
You already did your. We're almost done. Whips.
Whips.
See, that looks good on you.
I have. Okay, surprise, surprise. Socks. Okay,
It's a surprise because if you watched a few, she's knit socks before. These are not her first.
No, these are not
her first rodeo. Socks. But she was knitting a pair of socks, and I had tried to talk her into doing the afterthought heel, and it went a little bit askew, and she almost gave up.
Yeah. So I give up socks every once in a while, and it's funny because I give them up, and then I know they're going to end up on my needles. I just know it. There's no way I cannot knit socks, and it's enough to drive a woman crazy. So I got a pair of socks, and these are for girl child. She loves blues and grays.
I love those.
I love them. They're really good. I started them in Scotland, so technically they should be done by now, but I swear her feet grow every time I go to measure them.
Yes.
So I knit them and when I was in Scotland, and I was looking at them, and I really, really love the colors, and I have decided that I need to do it with an afterthought heel. Because then the stripes will stay the same, right?
Oh, self-striping.
Right?
Yeah, that's one nice thing about an afterthought heel with self-striping.
But you know what? It suited its purpose. I'm back into knitting socks, so I'm all good. I gotta just finish these ones up, and then I do have another ball of this colorway.
Okay,
and you'll notice they don't match.
Because I don't remember. Pros.
It's Universal Yarns Pros, which is the wide stripes, and Staccata is the short ones.
There's a skein of this left at our yarn store, Heaven is Handmade.
When did you get it? When did you go?
I didn't buy it.
When did you go?
I was there last week.
Okay.
There's one ball left. I look at it every time I go in there.
No, just get it.
No, it's kind of a woollier yarn.
It's not bad when it's washed.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of them. Yeah.
I mean, it'll last.
But of course, mine don't match, right? I'm one stripe off. It always makes me feel better when I decide to be off or to be backwards.
Yes.
Because then I'm not fighting with myself because they don't match perfectly.
Just stand with your feet a little bit
far apart.
and then they'll look even.
Yeah, because I couldn't, that would drive me crazy if they're just, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I admire Noelle because she's a row counter, much like my friend here, but I am not.
Well, self-striping yarn for me, see, like these two being off that little wee bit. Did you do them in opposite order?
No. They're just off.
Oh, no, okay. That would bug me more than if they were off, like, way different, right? I don't know, whatever.
I was in a car driving.
Because if you try and get them exact, your tension could be a little bit different on one sock. And I have a pair that are close. They're actually really close, so I'm quite lucky. But
yeah, so they're off by one stripe, and I'm okay with that.
These are
I think they're 2.5.
Are they 2.5?
I think so. Might be 2.25 or 2. Sorry, my bad.
It's not that it matters, but people want to know.
2.25. Yeah, 2.25.
Nice.
I think this for me is just a little bit.
And this is the Chalgu red lace, which we love.
I think it's just a little stiff for me. I think I'm going to go back to 2.5.
Yeah. See, I would like this.
Because this is the same.
But you knit tighter than me.
This is that's a 2.5.
And this is pretty.
Yeah. Those practically stand up on their own. Yeah. So
I have a sock on the go.
That's it. Oh, what you got?
Well, it's the same one I showed last time, except now I've started the heel.
Oh, dag barn it. I love it. It looks awesome.
This is Koi Pond. Sorry, there's yarn everywhere because I'm not done the foot yet, but I wanted to start the heel so I could just try it on. So this is Koi Pond by Blue Water Fiber. Who's a dyer here in Sarnia. I don't have her card handy. Do you have it there? I have a bunch of her cards. Blue Water Fiber Arts. That's Sarnia here in Sarnia. Yay. And then I picked up the orange at the, I had this with me at Kitchener. And I was just knitting on it at the show. And then Leo and Roxy had an orange mini. They had a table full of minis. And it's like, I held it up together. And it's just perfect for the orange that's in the sock. So I've just started my afterthought heel. I'm in the process of changing over needles to these zings. Yeah. I love this color. So those are going to be fun. Those are for me, but like my son would probably like them, but they're for me. So those are on the go. Oh, and I was doing the the pattern. Slip stitch lines. Yes. And I can't remember the name of the author, but I mentioned it in the last podcast, slip stitch lines. And I'll show you again when they're done. And if I haven't started a Ravelry project for it yet, I should make a project. And then, I cast on last night.
Did you see the hashtag that Louise had today?
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
New Start Monday?
Yeah.
I started another Ancient 99 cowl.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
And merino and mohair held together.
Nice.
Yes. Look, you can see the fuzzy halo.
Beautiful.
So it was one of my bundles that looked like this, right? The Handmaiden Aura bundle, which is a skein of the merino single and a skein of the mohair.
Nice. It's beautiful.
And
I love that color.
In these colors.
Nice. Now, are you going to keep that one?
Yeah, probably. Why?
Just wondering.
I probably will.
Good job.
Yeah.
You could probably almost make 2 with that.
I can. You know why? Well, first of all, because it's fingering weight. Like it's fingering in the mohair. And I'm getting gauge on a 4mm needle. Like I did a little gauge swatch and you could see it's pretty flexible. So loose knitter. Because this is not worsted weight, these two held together. It's probably closer to a DK, but I knew I could do a DK. So I kept the same stitch count because my gauge swatch showed me I was getting gauge. And I'll be able to make sure the neck is big enough. The Handmaiden, I just wanted to say the Handmaiden, it's Mini Maiden. It's not a mini skein, it's a full skein. The colorway is Kelpie. It's 500 meters, 546 yards in one skein of this. And 50% silk, 50% wool.
That's nice. What? That's really nice.
Yeah. It's so amazing. And then the angel hair is 70% kid mohair, 30% nylon, also in the colorway Kelpie. Those are their tags. And this, it looks like a really flat solid here, but it's not. Like there were definitely lighter and darker tones, and you can kind of see the tonality in the, it's hard to pick up here, but maybe when I photograph it. Yeah, you can't see it. There is some lightness and darkness and very subtle, and it just gives it a little bit of interest without making it look blotchy or any color pooling. And I'm loving it. So I did this much last night. I just cast it on late and I'll have that. It's such a quick knit. So related to this and my Agent 99 cowl, the Fiber Friends podcast are holding a knit along for the Agent 99 cowl. And I just want to thank them so much. There are so many people knitting it and they're beautiful. Like some people are doing them ombre. Some people are doing them in a variegated. Some people are doing them in solids. Noelle did hers with mohair, didn't she?
Yep, she did.
Yeah.
And she used the same bundle. Just different.
Oh yeah, she did. Different color. And they all look amazing. So thank you girls so much for having the knit along. I had told them before that I would donate a project bag for a prize for their knit along. So we are hoping to see them soon, and I'm going to donate the flamingo bag, drawstring bag, and a needle keeper.
Very cool.
So you can win this by entering your Agent 99 cowl in the knit along on the Fiber Friends
Very good
podcast Ravelry group. And I think that's it.
Perfect.
This is like pretty good. We're just over an hour, and we have to cut a bunch of hysterics out.
Oh.
I think that's probably it. Eh? We're done.
I think so.
So we probably won't podcast until after Kitchener, after Woodstock.
That's like almost a month away.
Yeah. No, it's Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I know, it's only a few weeks.
I know.
Because we probably won't have much more done before then, right? So we'll do it after Woodstock. But there is a podcaster meetup at Woodstock at 1:00 in one of the barns.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So if you're there, looking forward to seeing some of the other podcasters and always meeting new people. And
please,
if you
feel free to introduce yourself.
Yes,
please.
Actually, nice story. When we were just going into Kitchener, there was a lady in line that watches us, and she came up and introduced herself and said hi. And we had done the last podcast the day before.
Oh yeah, we couldn't tell her.
No, we didn't know.
Oh, okay.
That was Trish. We couldn't tell her.
Okay.
So this lady was one of our winners.
That's too funny.
But I didn't connect the dots. Like I couldn't remember all the Ravelry winner IDs. Yeah. And so then we got back, and when I messaged her, or she messaged me after she watched the episode, and she said, "Oh yeah, I met you at Kitchener." So that was so cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
She was the one wearing the Free Your Fate.
Yep, that was beautiful.
So that's nice when people come and say hi, and we get to meet you in person and put a name to the face. It's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Mm-hmm. I just got my hair done before I left, and someone told me they liked my new color.
I noticed you're changing hair color. It's a little bit lighter,
it's just
right?
Ashier. Yeah. It's not as golden, but it was just kind of. Thanks.
I know.
But yeah, it's really nice to meet people, and yeah, I love it. That's probably the best part of this, except for hanging out with you. That's pretty good. Yeah,
this is the best part. Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah. All right, we're all done.
It's cold enough weather. Oh, I want to wear this, but I got to put the fringe on.
I don't know if this is why, but do you know what the kelpies are?
What? They're little like fairy things, aren't they? Horses?
Well, these are called the kelpies. They're out in what is it called? Falkirk in Scotland. They're big 30 meter high horse head sculptures.
Show that.
Featuring the kelpies. I don't know if that's what she's named it for.
I thought kelpie was a type of a little mythical
This is I don't know. It would be interesting to find out. This is the kelpies. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep, that's showing good.
So yeah, those were
neat.
Yeah. So they're basically
I love this. I love the cable. I didn't talk about it, but I love this. I love the cable down the spine.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, we're done?
That's it. We're done.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you later. Happy knitting.
Make time to make something. Bye. Orange puss?
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
And what did I wrote a response to that. What was
my god, you said I asked if I was making up a new word.
I actually looked it up. I'm thinking to myself.
You thought it was a real word?
But it was like one of those things where, because usually when I when I talk to it, like when I voice to text,
it translates properly.
It picks
it's just me.
It just picks a word, right? And if it's not the right word, it's at least a word. So now I'm like, horse piss. A horse piss. Like this, right? I'm like, well, maybe it's one of her new medical.
It's never real words with me. It makes it just writes things.
It's like suck urine. Those are two real words.